What is going on, everybody? Berserk Manga chapters 196, 197, possibly more. We'll see. This should be the second upload on Patreon for the week. So I'm thinking. So I'm recording this on Sunday. Tomorrow, YouTube gets 192, 193, and then tomorrow Patreon is also getting 194, 195. So Patreon, you guys will also get this the same week you guys will get this Friday when YouTube gets your Monday upload on their Friday. Does that make sense? So you guys are a full week ahead because what are you? I don't know. You're going to be 4 to 6 chapters ahead. That's just kind of where we're at. Jumping into this, they're making Griffith, what can you I don't I don't know, man. I don't know what the end goal is here on either side of Griffith and Guts because it's not like they're on a collision course with each other. So it's kind of like if Griffith is not terrorizing the world or doing anything wrong, is it our response? Do we have to go through the trials and tribulations that it's going to take to actually kill him? We don't even know if he can be killed. But if he just is a decent ruler and liberates Midland from war and famine and disease and doesn't seek us in our dreams and shit, and actually terrorize us meaning, Guts and the whole group over here, could he just be left to his own, stay over there and we're over? I guess, but the problem is with let's say that is Griffith. Like, he doesn't bother us at all. He doesn't terrorize the world or do anything crazy. He just gets his kingdom and lives within it. um I don't know if Guts is ever going to actually be able to rest in here knowing that Griffith is alive. So maybe that will drive us to have to kill him because Guts just knows he'll never be able to get a normal life with Griffith alive on this planet. So I don't know if they're even in a crash course with one another, or they're just gonna be running parallel. Regardless, I am interested to get to this Puck homeland location just to see what it entails. And I'm also really interested for the I guess now Queen Charlotte Griffith reunion. That'll go great, I'm sure. But let's go ahead and get it. Press and play on that. Lower this down in my ears. Mic is on. Recording. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Chapter 196. And we left off with them. It was in the middle of the night, and they're going at it. They're just really going at it here. You know how they usually do with Isidro? They give him, you see how they give, Serpico and Puck these, goofy-ass faces? This is the first, dead-ass, face they've given this boy. Oh, they're training. Interesting. So they made it through the night. Okay, I thought this is still us, going at it at night. Okay. So this, I guess this explains, these two wouldn't be making this goofy-ass face if they were really in the middle of it. So I knew he had to be doing something non-serious. Okay. I mean, it's a start. It's a start. What can you do? I mean, you're giving up, what are we giving Isidro, 5'2", 5'3"? Guts is well over, a foot taller than him. Start. I tried using the fox marrow from yesterday. Okay, these two are just talking about food. Nothing of substance. Think a little at your height what'll happen if you use an overhand strike against an adult. Correct. He needs to get on his Torfin shit and start fucking bobbing and weaving. I ain't got much time. I'll teach you the basics and spar with you, but the rest is up to you. If you want to get good at killing, first use your head and think for yourself. Not thinking on the battlefield will get you dead real quick. And what if you beat me stupid first? I want to season it a bit more, but we are starting to... Okay, guys, I get it. Yeah, you're likely to need salt after exertion. Dropey food's almost ready, so go call Farnese and Casca. They're gathering firewood over there. You guys sure have gotten domesticated. You know what's going to be really good? These two. I think these two around will... This is a way that she can repay Guts. And I don't even think she's going to know that she's doing it or even try to do it. But I have a feeling that Farnese being around and her going through whatever she needs to go through mentally and yada yada yada. She wants to find a way to fight in the darkness and get through her mental traumas. I think it'll be good for like pulling Casca's mental back to the light. Because her mind is coping. Like she's sipping on some serious copium to cover up that night, which you don't blame her, of course, but like that's just what the mind is default. And again, I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. The difference between the two, who knows, mind, behavior, etc. I mean, it's just doing these defense mechanisms, but we know that like when push comes to shove, the warrior's still in there because we've seen it. I'm hoping Farnese will maybe help somehow pull Casca back to just an average human. We'll see, we'll see. Does she... Are you even connected to her on a rope or anything right now? Let's keep... Is she okay staying with you? Like, she's not gonna just up and dip? Lady Farnese, these mushrooms, I found them earlier. Those are poisonous. You cannot eat them. Is that so? Not to worry, I will take over. That's the way. Rub it hard against the rock. Great. She was washing the clothes. That didn't go great, did it? What was that last night? She's just swinging torches, burning allies and shit? What are you doing? Forget it. You just concentrate on Casca and the fire. I mean, don't beat yourself up. She's over here lighting people on fire and shit, swinging with her eyes closed and... Does she think physically fighting this will get her accomplish what she needs? Because there's no reason to feel down and out on yourself if you don't have the skills to do this. So I don't know what she's hoping to, like... I know she said, you know, fight through the darkness. Does she mean that literally? There's no shame in just being on protection and keeping the fire going duty. I'm sure she'll get her moment. I'm truly useless and it's laughable. Being exposed to terror every night made me realize how diminutive is my existence. I was prepared for that, but even as I become used to the grotesque I see now, that I can't actually do anything in my mundane daily life. No shit. She was waited on hand and foot from the moment she was born up until her early teens. And I don't mean like, oh, her family had a decent amount of money. Like, she didn't have to do anything. She didn't even have to go to the bathroom by herself if she didn't want to. Cooked, cleaned, fed, looked after, cared for. She didn't start her own fire. Well, she started her own fires when she was doing her shit, but man. But at least she doesn't have, I guess, delusions about it. Like, she's not like running out there putting the rest in danger thinking she can. At least she's accepted that she can't. You know what's wild is, like, in this situation, does that make her any different or any better than Casca? Because Casca can't do shit either. So, like, what's the difference between you two? One of you can do childlike task and the other can't. That's pretty much it. I don't think I can subtly make believe that I am a maidservant, but all I can do is gather firewood and babysit. Yeah, you're literally like one level ahead of Casca. Like, you're on that bare minimum. Back then, I was confident that as long as I was with him, something inside me would change dramatically. I did some terrible, cruel things to you. I apologize. Waiting to decorate yourself majestically and oppress another is understandable under such conditions. That looks like fun, may I? Telling you, this might be it. This might be her redeeming moment. Not literally right now, but it's interesting of how she thought like these two quotes here. She tried to put A and B together and think it would equal C. She's like, as long as I was with him, I thought what was going on, as long as I was with him, what was going on in here would resolve itself. But it's not. It's still the same shit. I've been so small. Oh God. Don't grab and rip that rabbit's head off and burn it. Let's not go crazy. Casca, please wait here a minute. No, don't leave us, man. This way I can help with the food. That's odd. Come here. Oh well. I better head back. The sun is setting. Okay, let us return. Nobody's any good around here. Nobody's worth anything around here, bro. Alright, Isidro and Serpico, you two are the only two right now that haven't fucked up, so let's see how this goes. Oh no, if the sun sets before she's my responsibility. Casca, answer me. Now I don't know the way back. Oh god, now Casca's lost, can't defend herself. Farnese's lost, can't defend herself. Casca. Darkness that bears down, it's like I've fallen into a deep, deep abyss. Casca, somebody, Serpico. I can no longer move. Just cower. Cower and be small. Oh, found her. Over here. Jesus. Lady Farnese, you're safe. Can you stand? Jeez, talk about careless. Last night was no picnic. Even Serpico ran off to look for you. She stayed up the entire night. Is it daytime? Did she just cower up the whole night? Fucking hell. And so an entire... What? Let's say the sun is down by like, what, like... An entire 10 to 12 hours? Casca has been unfound? At least if worse comes to worse, Farnese could have stood up and like made noise during the daytime or like put some shit together to be found. Oh my god. Really the entire night. Hey, over here. Lady Farnese, you're safe. Can you stand? Jeez, talk about careless. Last night was no picnic. Even Serpico ran off to look for you. Thanks to that, it was just me and Guts struggling to protect Oh! Oh, god. Did she just happen to wander to where they were, or did somebody find her out of pure luck? Damn. So I was almost gonna say, honestly, it was honestly better for the three of them that the two of them weren't there. Not mentally, because you don't know what actually happened to them, but I'm saying in the terms of like what goes down at night. Yes, you're worried sick about Farnese and Casca and if they're alive, but you don't have to physically protect them in that moment. But damn, Serpico runs off in the middle of the night. And these two are left fighting plus protecting. Is Casca alright? More or less. Live and kicking. Hunger brought her back right before supper. Sheesh, now we can finally sleep. Oh god. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but I like how they're all kind of like... I like how they put the yawning effect on Casca. I like how they're all like, oh, okay, like we found everybody, everyone's good, everyone's alive. Now we can finally, you know, get some sleep and recovery around here. And you see Guts' like shadow. I don't know if he's gonna be pissed or what. Okay. He just keeps it moving. Don't cost us so much time. What do we do if the babysitter goes missing? Oh, okay, well. Yeah, girl, think about what you really want. Let's take a second here. Sir Pico, yes. I'm a burden. And that wasn't a question, that was a statement. I am a burden. What's wrong? Nothing. Shall we go back to the holy city? It's always an option. But she hasn't found out anything. What was she expecting? It's like, was she expecting the like the demons and the darkness to be answered like in the first couple nights? Like, it's kind of like those storylines when you see people like Farnese. You see these in stories all the time where like the rich fancy kid that's been cared for their entire life, that's like the prince's, a prince or princess, and they get captured or they run off because they're like, I don't need this life, like I can fend for myself, I can become a warrior too. And you see them struggle to like make a fire or hold a sword or some shit. They're thinking like they were going to become this badass warrior and something overnight when that's just not the thing. um but at least she doesn't seem delusional about it. But now I'm curious, like, is it like we're just tossing it, that's it, couple nights and it's over, let's go back, I'm not finding the answers that I need? I never said that. If I go back, I'll become a burden again. However powerless, helpless, and clumsy. For the first time, I'm discovering myself. At least she's accepting it. That's the first sign to recovery. Should I strive from below? Oh, God. Oh, I thought he was talking about assaulting that old man. I think he's just talking about practicing his skills. Yeah, if you want to reach the sea and avoid people as much as possible, take this old highway over the mountain pass. Do we really want to be on a mountain trail with limited footing, having to fight shit off in the middle? I don't know. Not wanting to be seen by people must mean you've got some reason, but you're all headed for the port of Vitanis? Then you'd best be careful. Something there? It's become the military base for several allied countries. I hear armies from the lands under the Holy See keep gathering. Looks more and more like a big war against the Kashan's gonna start. With the king dead and his only child, the princess, missing. Where is she? Is she just like locked up? Like, when he says missing, is it because like no one's really seen her because she like hasn't made herself public, or is like the princess really like MIA? Is what was her servant's name? Anna? Like, where y'all at? Even if the allied forces drive out the Kashan, the territorial will be carved up real good. If it goes badly, the kingdom itself will disappear anyhow. It's no concern of shepherds like us. Disappear? Midland? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Are you a Midland? Are you a Midlander, son? What a pity. No, I just took advantage of their hospitality some a long time ago. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you're going that way, watch out. Especially around the mountain pass. What, old man? Bandits or something? Better if it were, but it ain't humans up there. It's trolls. Now, when he says trolls, is that just what the local farm people call it? Trolls? And it's really like a band of apostles up there? Or are there actual trolls? I don't know. I love this color panel. Man, what I would give for, and I say this all the time, I'd love to read a manga that's issued in color. Like on a chapter to chapter basis. You know, not how like, you know, you'll get like fan edits after an entire series is ended. They'll go back and like color it in of like what they think the colors will look like or something like that. Interesting. I like Isidro's color combination the best. Not sure how I feel about Serpico's blondness. Farnese looks literally 10 years old with that bob. Oh shit. And I like that she has a color grade to her as well. Looking like a young Gandalf and shit. What are these gingerbread men she's got down here? What is this shit? Damn, I thought we like literally were walking up on her, but I forget like this is, they always will show shit like this at the beginning of a chapter. And it's in color, so why would we be walking up on her like that? Wait, am I about to get a whole okay, I was about to say, this shit's going a little too good. Alright, let's get to the actual substance here. The actual substance here. Hey there, just wait, you thief. Oh shit, so he went and scooped up someone's food again. He's catching up. Crap, that old ass is fatter than I thought. Did he just give us the damn Raikage Lyra chop in the back of the head? You sure cost me time. What's the blazes is the world coming to? A kid like you, a bandit. I can't even do business peacefully here. Oh, well, thanks for the apple. I know what it's like, a kid like you, making it on his own. Just keep quiet and take it. Mister. Oh, God. Mister. Don't let it get you down, Sonny. Did we just, powerbomb this old man? Did he literally go in for the hug? Grab and just DDT this man over his shoulder or what? Hand him all over, stingy bastard. Growing boy needs nourishment. Jesus. You rotten scoundrel. You won't get away with this, you little brat. I'll tie you up and toss you in the river. Good God, we're beating up old men. Fishing, huh? No thanks. No, not fishing. Aw shit, how am I gonna land a hit on Guts? That'll be tough with your skills and him being nearly a monster and all. You tried throwing stones like before? It's meaningless if it ain't swordplay. But when it comes to stones, you're really good. Yeah, maybe that's his thing. There's no way I can stand up to an adult in a fair fight. I've survived because of these and my wits. Got some meat, two-handed throwing. Now that skill. Here's the thing, it's like, well, I was gonna say, how's that gonna transfer? But he could be like judo and be really smooth with some throwing knives, like really smooth with it. But I was gonna say, like, that can only get him so far because this isn't a video game. You don't spawn endless rocks. You don't spawn endless, like, ninja stars. Eventually, like, he's gonna run out of shit to throw. So if that happens and you haven't defeated what you wanted defeated, you better have some sword skill. Because not everybody's just gonna go down. And if you think throwing some rocks or some ninja stars at a couple apostles is gonna do anything, we'll see. So he's over here plucking just birds out of the sky with his rocks and shit. Okay. Kid's getting some skill here. But it's also like, could he even do anything if Guts was like really taking his ass serious? Ooh. Okay. Went out and pulled out a second one. Oh my. And concussion. Son of a bitch, I knew it. An elf's work is never done. Actually, no, you were really on a roll there. Really? Use your small size to your advantage and attack from below, because most fighters don't expect low blows. Yeah. He's got to get on his Torfin shit. Get smaller blades. Get in there and close the gap. And really get to just fucking people up. The problem is, well, you would hope that Isidro is never going to have to actually fight a straight up apostle 1v1. You would hope not. At least not in his current age. I don't know if we're going to have a time skip or how much time is going to pass here in this story to like give him another 3 to 5 years and let him get some mass this way and some mass this way. And a couple years of training with Guts and fighting off demons every night. Okay, maybe. But you would hope within the confines of the story Because even if he gets good at fighting humans, it doesn't mean he's going to be able to deal with that shit. So if he's getting in close on an apostle, like, I think he's just dead. Like, you're just getting, they're going to eat those shots, and you're just going to be dead. Building with both hands so you can feint was also a good idea. But if you only attack from below, your enemies will get used to it. You need a plan they can't see through. You'd best land your last strike when you can see garments. It'd be impossible to penetrate armor with your strength. Lack of strength, really. Hey, you sure about this? About what? Ain't training about practicing basics for a long time before learning techniques and stuff? You sure about a novice like me learning these kind of improvised tactics? Aren't you laying the groundwork every day? Yeah, but for starters, you won't get anywhere imitating me, right? Everything about us is different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what good does it do to put a damn blade this size? Not even a blade. We don't call it a sword, remember? What good would it be to put a chunk of iron in Isidro's hand to mimic his sword that he can't even probably lift, let alone swing? And you don't have the carcass splitting power to just slice 3 grown men in full body armor in half. And honestly, you may never achieve that strength in your entire lifetime, even as a grown-ass man. No bullshit, it just is what it is. So, like, he can, like, if Guts, I can give you pointers. I can give you just kind of like the basics and the strategies of, like, do this, do that, do this, do that. But you're going to have to, like, craft your own style. We're not going to be the same. Isidro might be a scrawny piece of shit the rest of his life. He might be more Serpico than Guts, as far as size. He might be more Griffith and Casca fighting style than that. I would say what? Of the comrades we ran into? Who was it? Pippin? The only one that was comparable in size to anyone we've come across? So, I mean, he's going to be lucky if he gets those kind of genetics. We'll see. Hold on, I think we've reached our end of the playlist. Everything about us is different, including fighting styles. Or do you plan to wait and train for decades to become some master before going out on the battlefield? Talk about patient. You bet your ass I don't. In that case, all you can do is work with what you've currently got. Besides, the battlefield's different from exhibition games. You don't just have one opponent, and there's arrows and cannonballs flying around. You can't survive only on sword skills. That said, it ain't uncommon for some half-ass master to get swarmed and killed by some gang wanting to get famous. Then how do you? I told you already. Strain what few wits you have and think for yourself. Isn't that how you've made it this far? True. No one was helping him get as far as he got now. That was cold. On that note, Elf Dimension style is one of the 4. I have to hear about this Elf Dimension style again. Rather kind of you. Would you mind joining me in gathering firewood? AKA, I need to talk to you. Isidro, stop this. You aren't ready yet. If you won't do things when you can, you won't ever do them. Thinking about it, maybe I've been on a battlefield since the time I ran out of the village, yeah? Yeah? It was careless of me to rely on others. I'll be the one who uses them. Okay, let's relax here. Let's not turn into an apostle given the situation. There's no need to be so obstinate. Go on, rely as your master. I'll spoil you plenty. In the first place, just what do you plan to do once you learn the sword from me? Government service or something? What'll have me in government service? A court servant? No thanks. Listen up. What I'm after ain't as petty as court service or rising up. Yeah, what do you want? Oh, so he just wants to be Zoro, is what you're telling me. He's a kid though, and he's a much different kid from Guts or even how the Band of the Hawk grew up. So, got kid dreams. So I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't know why I was expecting some crazy deep answer from him on what he planned to do once he achieved those skills. What was that? If you why smile for, that might work in my simple mind. I really don't think I could come to like handling meat. It's disgusting. Girl, you were over there just choking squirrels out at the age of like 6. What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Bingo. Okay, so I'm assuming trolls are just, there's just some apostles living up there. And so you know, I've been getting a lot, and again, let's not talk too loud because they're listening. The Matrix has us. The Matrix is listening in. Um, I get so many recommendations on all of my feeds on Twitter, Instagram, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, of like people with Berserk tattoos. They look pretty damn dope. Um, but the tattoos, they're kind of like the blue blade that Frodo gets that glows blue. It's pretty good alarm system at least. Except for she can't even relate when she's in pain. Uh-oh. These are rather damp. Who just threw this at me? Let's get started. Why did we just take a stick in the back of the head? Hello? What do you mean? Don't play dumb. You got us alone so you could settle the score, right? No! Guts, the man does not want to run the 1v1s. What are you saying? I merely thought I would deepen my friendship with you, that I would be perfectly frank. Suddenly you're senile. If you're not in the mood, I'm leaving. To be perfectly frank, I am thinking how nice it would be if you died. Okay, never mind. Maybe Sir Pico is a piece of shit. It's because this man's indebted and he's in love and he sees the stress it's putting on Farnese that she's gonna follow him no matter how far he goes and he just wants to get out of here. I get it, bro. But please, like, I can't be dealing with this shit. I can't deal with Casca who runs away at any given moment. I can't deal with Farnese, who's borderline useless, who also needs protection, who mentally will shut down at any point. Then I can't worry about you trying to stab me in the back every time I turn around. Can't. Like, we just can't get any good help out here. There's that face again, finally. By going along with you, Lady Farnese is exposed to danger. If I could, I would like to make her abandon this reckless journey at once. However, this is what she herself wishes. That face like an infant that's cried its eyes out. It's not like Lady Farnese at all. I do not know that defenseless side of her. You changed her? I mean, that's what she came to find. Like, I mean, I understand. He's essentially responsible for her life. But what she says goes, but I guess he's going to try to, of course, get her out of that if possible. But alas, I set aside my personal feelings. So long as Lady Farnese continues this journey, as her attendant, I will do my best to get along with you. However, if this journey leads to something such as her demise, that is when, as you wish, I shall oppose you as an individual. I'll keep it in mind. What the? Oh, they hear the screams. I'm gonna get this troll off us. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Get him off of me. Hey, you. Just you wait. Hey, let him fly, bro. Throw that 90 mile an hour. Kidnapping them right in front of me, you creep. Keep throwing, keep throwing, keep throwing. Oh, he let us go. That was easy. You alright? This feeling? That's not human? What? There it is. There it is. I mean, that's definitely not human. You don't need to... I didn't need the, this feeling. No, bruh. Definitely not human. Oh, what is that thing? But it ain't humans up there, it's trolls. You mean that's a troll? Gross. No, wait. Here it comes. Isidro, stones. We should hurry and get away. Oh, no, this is first. Okay, I read that wrong first. No, wait. Just one enemy? When you look close, it's not built all that big. Okay, man's Feeling himself. Right. What? Hey, I'll take it. Hey, I don't know if he can handle it, but I don't mind the confidence. Uh-oh, now they're gonna die. Hey, what do we do? Bro, you don't have to gray out her face. Like, spoilers if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings, when we think Gandalf's dead and he reappears, like, we know who this is. So they've been watching us. Well, here's the thing. Have they been watching us / following us? Or did we happen to just come across their path, so then they've been observing us? One or the other, I'm not sure. Kind of like this design here, too. I like the, like... Well, I'm assuming... I was going to say this is quite the technological advance here for a mindless monster, but if this was a apostle or a human at some point, which I'm assuming it is, it wouldn't be anything for somebody to put that together. I still think the best shots of everything was the double colored. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty clean. We'll go with that for sure. We try to get everybody in the frame. Cool. I didn't mind the 2 chapters. They're pretty good. I'm hoping that, like, that's as far as the Serpico stuff goes, as far as, like, you know, I don't wish for Lady Farnese to be here, and if anything happens to her, then we will run it. We already, like, can't rest. I already can barely get any sleep. I'm having to essentially protect 2, damn near 3. Casca and Farnese are useless. One just happens to be able to actually collect wood and speak. So they already need damn near around-the-clock protection. Isidro can handle himself depending on the opponent, but even at the end of the day, he might need protection. So if I've got to worry about all that, and what apostles and demons we run into, and I got to worry about at any given moment, Serpico might stab me in the back. Like, it honestly was better off when it was just just me and Casca, to be honest. So we'll see how that plays out. I do appreciate that she can acknowledge that she's useless. We'll see how that plays out. I'm curious, like, what the aha moment is going to be for her. I'm glad she didn't. I mean, she did kind of, when they were having that conversation, when he was like, should we return? I wonder if she did think, like, oh, I'm not finding the answers I need. I thought it was going to be easier than that. Like, she hasn't gone through, like, she went through a lot. Well, I mean, I don't even, what's the word we're looking for? She was, you know, secluded, but she kind of lashed out a lot by herself, though. Kind of see how it plays out. Given that Shirka was shown there, I'm most looking forward to in the next handful of chapters of Elf on Elf. Can I get some conversations here? Because I forget, when we first got introduced to Puck, did he say that there's no other elves, or there's not many left, or something along those lines? I'm also curious, is hers also very, like, childish and jokey and everything, or is one going to be more serious than the other? And hey, I mean, we're headed this way for a reason. Maybe they have information we don't have. Share us some knowledge, hit us with something. And then, so, the other question is, what is she? Because she's a human. This is the second instance we've now seen in the last 5 to 10 chapters of, like, a regular non-apostle human has non-human abilities. Shirke, Lady S, has the ability to warg into animals. She's on her, like, Bran from Game of Thrones shit, her Ino from Naruto, where she can put her mind inside and pilot. That's not normal as far as human goes. And then the other girl that's obsessed with Griffith and she's on her like mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy shit, where she can like feel your emotions and your thoughts and mind reader. So I'm starting to see a lot of like otherworldly things that aren't demonic. I don't think they're demonic. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Make sure to subscribe as always.